Hey everybody, I just want to make a quick 2024 update video for everyone. Normally we would do this around January 1st, we're just trying to kind of get it out of the way before the holidays. So it's going to be pretty quick this time, we're not doing anything crazy. We just want to put out a couple of updates that will start in 2024. So the very first one, I guess maybe probably the most exciting one, everybody knows we've announced 2024 dates for championships. We also have 2025, and it will be a little bit different. 2025, we will be going back to Gillette, Wyoming. So both 2024 and 2025 will be in Gillette. 2025 will be September 9th through the 14th. It is a little bit earlier, a couple weeks earlier. We had some, as anybody that was probably there might have heard or seen or heard about, we had a few issues with the Ohio site. The arena was great, you know, there was mostly good things there. We just had some issues like hotels in the area itself. There was even a theft in the RV area. It just some things. We've had some issues in the past, and things just all kind of added together to, we just don't really want to go there. We haven't burned that bridge, but we just don't really want to keep going there and keep having those issues. So we've been looking around for a facility, but to give us some time, because it's, when you're talking those big facilities, that's almost too close to get a date. So we've been talking to some, and 2025 basically there's we just can't really find anything available. So we have Gillette. Gillette has given us a date, and so we're just going to go with that. And then we are actively looking for a facility for 2026 and beyond. If, you know, absolute worst comes to worst, we also have our date in 2026 in Gillette, but we're hoping to find a East Coast facility starting back again in 2026. So that is where we're at with champs. So let's move on to, so this announcement is for 2024, but this is your basically 1 year heads up. So starting January 1st of 2025, so a year and 2 weeks from now, all dogs in NADAC will be required to have a permanent height card. Does not matter, skilled, proficient, vet, what does matter? All dogs will be required to have a permanent height card. That mainly comes from champs. We struggle a lot because if you're running skilled or something, you're not required to have one right now, as most people know. And so sometimes heights are not correct and stuff, and it causes lots of issues, and that filters into all sorts of other things. So all dogs will be required to have a permanent height card. With that, what we're also going to do is we're going to loosen up. If you're at a trial and there's 2, 3, 4, 5 judges, whatever, basically at a trial any judge can give you a mark. So you will still need your 3 signatures. If you have a trial where there's multiple judges, you can likely get all 3 at one trial. It will not be, you know, the spread out process that it is now. So the way under stuff will stay the same. If your dog measures way under, then just 1 signature and you're done. We are going to try and streamline that quite a bit. So we're going to have I won't say the form will be online because you still have to print the form to get the signatures, but the way you submit it, you can submit it. We'll be making a system so you can submit it online. Hopefully just like take a picture of it and submit it and you'll be good to go. So we're going to be working on streamlining that as the year goes on. And then I'm sure there'll be lots of questions on all the little nuances of that and what will be required and what won't. We will put something bigger out about that with all the little details, basically all the policies, procedures sort of deal, after January 1st. We're going to work on getting that all written up over the next couple weeks, and then we will put that out after the first of the year. And again, this does not, I would recommend anybody to work on it throughout, you know, especially if you have multiple dogs, throughout 2024, but it is not a requirement until January 1st, 2025. Okay? So I think that covers that. And then our last one is for gamblers, specifically gamblers, the gamblers class, starting June 1st. So this is your 6-month heads up. Starting June 1st of 2024, we are going to be adding a max time to gamblers. So we get, where we have gotten a lot of reports from judges that it feels like, you know, some times have ran really long, And then when they look at scores and see there's lots of like negative times, that means people were out there for a really long time, and it can really kind of slow trials down. So what we decided to do is we're going to add a 20-second over standard course time, max time. So to make it simple, whatever height your dog is jumping, you get 20 seconds over that time. So if your dog is jumping 16 inches, the standard course time for 16 inches, 38 seconds, you will get 58 seconds on course. And at 58 seconds, you will get an E and a thank you. Okay? So that will, what we're kind of hoping for is that it'll actually add a little bit of a strategy challenge to that. And if you do kind of do the math, that would be to, sorry, my brain is thinking really hard. At 20 seconds over, you would need 90 points at that point for that E to be a negative against you. So to explain that better, you need 50 points to Q in Elite. At 90 points, or excuse me, at 20 seconds, that is 40 points off your score. So that would get you below a Q. So anyway, that's how we came up with the 20-second, is we feel it's a pretty fair amount of time over your standard course time. And to make it simple, we are just doing it over whatever height you are jumping. I know if you look at the rule book, your standard course time is actually based on your dog's wither height. So most of your like skilled 16-inch dogs are actually 20-inch dogs. So that's the time that it goes, your standard course time. But on the course, when you are thank you'd off the course, if you are thank you'd off the course, it just is going to go by the height you're jumping. So you actually will get 4 more seconds if you're running skilled. You will get 8 more seconds if you're running skilled and veteran or something of that, junior handler, something of that nature. Hopefully that makes sense. I know I kind of went all over the place with that, but hopefully that makes sense. And like I said, we've kind of done some numbers and watched a lot of things, and we feel like that's a really, really, really fair amount of time. Your smaller dogs, like a 4-inch dog, is going to get, I believe it's 70 seconds, 74 seconds. I can't remember exactly the time, but I believe that's what it is. It's a lot of time. So that's pretty much on par with an elite regular course. So and then also for gamblers, we are going to, a really small thing. We've had a few issues with dogs running past first hoop, people not realizing it, and it kind of becomes an issue. So what we're going to do is we are going to starting the time as the dog runs past the first, if the dog runs past the first obstacle, just like all of our other classes. So it's really just making it consistent with all of our other classes. But the thing is, you still need to take the first hoop. You still need to go back, pick up that first hoop so you can start gaining points. But your time will start if your dog were to pass the first obstacle, okay, and not actually go through it yet. So that's just a small little thing. It's nothing big, like I said. It just kind of puts it equal with all of our other classes. So that is really it for the 2024 updates. I hope everybody has had a great year. I know we've had a really good year. And I hope you also have a great holidays, and we look forward to seeing you guys next year. Thanks a lot.